Welcome everybody back to another champion concept video. Today we're going to be going over a rework that we did for Vayne. And as always, if you guys like our concept, please like, subscribe down below. Let us know what you think of the concept and let us know if there's any champions you guys would like to see us rework in the future. We're working very hard to try to get out every single champion in League of Legends as a rework, so it's only a matter of time. But we'll get right here into the video. So the roadmap for Vayne was pretty easy for us. The first thing that we really wanted to tackle was her early game laning phase and adding some power to that to making her feel like a better champion in lane, as well as balancing out her late game power. That way we have some more mid game strength, as well as giving her some new scaling mechanics, and most importantly adding some more kiting tools for Vayne to make her feel more powerful and make her feel like the demon hunter that she really is. Vayne's new passive is called Debts of the Demonic, where Vayne uses her extensive connections to barter upgrades for her Huntress weaponry. Vayne has contracts for each enemy champion on the Rift. Completing contracts will reward Vayne with copper sigils. These sigils she can bring back to the fountain and cash them in for upgrades for her first 3 abilities. Now these abilities will have different effects, different mechanics, different things for her to use on the Rift. As it goes to the contracts and what they are rewarding, from bottom to the top, you have X damage dealt to target champion, assist participation, and kill secures, which will be giving you the most copper sigils. Now when it comes to number values and how many sigils you'll be getting from each contract, that is yet to be determined. Now the big thing is that with these contracts, once you complete a contract for a specific champion, you can then gain a second contract and a third contract or a fourth contract for that particular champion, so you are still being able to get copper sigils. You may not get as many for completing 5 from one champion, but you'll still be able to get them and still be able to scale throughout the game. Vayne's new Q is called Dodge Roll and Quick Shot. Vayne rolls into a pointed direction, enhancing her movement speed. If moving away from a high alert situation, meaning damage or CC or in range of multiple enemy champions, she will gain a quick movement speed buff through her roll that will decay after the roll. As well as after the roll, Vayne initiates Quick Shot, delivering a quick auto attack. Quick Shot increases physical damage dealt by that auto attack, and if Quick Shot deals a killing blow to a target, the dodge roll cooldown is refreshed, granting Vayne an extra cast of dodge roll, which has a 2-second cooldown in between. That way you can't spam doing this every single time. The contract upgrade for dodge roll, however, now applies a quick stealth for Vayne every time that she rolls, which lasts 1.5 seconds. Vayne's new W is now called Condemning Strike, where Vayne fires one heavy enchanted bolt from her wrist repeater, dealing physical damage and knocking the target back a fair distance. If the target is knocked into terrain, the target is stunned for X amount of seconds. The new contract upgrade, after the stun has commenced, that target will also be chained to that target terrain for X amount of seconds, limiting their proximity movement to 250 range from that chain location, which lasts 3 seconds. The chain cannot be broke, cannot be flashed after. You can use QSS, that is the only way to get out of being chained. If you knock a target back into just into the middle of a lane, they will be dealt damage and be slowed for 60 seconds. The upgrade for this, if the target is knocked back and is in proximity of another unit, those 2 units will be tethered together, slowing both of them for the 60% for X amount of seconds. And this will prioritize enemy champions over minions and monsters. So if you're getting ganked by a mid laner and a jungler, you actually will be able to tether both of them together so they can't get to you, and also slows them and everything else. Vayne's new E is now called Deadly Cold Trips, where Vayne will throw down a handful of cursed spikes around her current location, dealing damage over time to minions and monsters while they stand inside the zone. Cold Trips do not vanish after dealing damage like Ziggs's Minefield does when someone walks through them, so just keep that in mind. Enemy champions who walk through cold traps will be dealt damage for every step taken inside the zone. Targets who use any form of movement ability through cold traps will be dealt bonus magic damage and slowed for X amount of seconds by 50%. Contract upgrade, enemy champions who use movement abilities through the upgraded cold traps will be dealt magic damage as well, again, but will also be disabled. That ability will be disabled for X amount of seconds. Disabling is a new ability that we added to the game, which has the effect to stop an ability from being set on cooldown. So basically it's extending the cooldown. What it will do is for about 2 to 3 seconds, if that ability is used, it will stop mid ability, and then it will wait for the 2 or 3 seconds before going into its actual cooldown. So you have to be very, very careful if you're fighting against Vayne that you don't run through this, because it will take away any form of escape that you have once she has you in her traps. Vayne's new ultimate is now called Hour of the Hunt, which has a passive and an active effect. First, the passive effect. Upon hitting level 6, Vayne will switch from using her wrist repeater to using her crucible crossbow for the remainder of the game. Using the crucible crossbow will instantly increase Vayne's basic auto attack range by 25, and every ultimate level after that by an increased 25 range. So she will go from 550 base range to 625 at level 16. Vayne also adapts her current bolt usage to using silver bolts, dealing more damage to monsters and minions and champions. So for minions and monsters, this ability does not stack traditionally like old Vayne's passive. Instead, this ability does an X amount of percentage, which I've showed you on the screen, from 4.5 to 12.5 percentage of target's max HP as true damage with each attack. This only goes for minions and monsters, not for enemy champions. Now for enemy champions with lower max HP than Vayne, silver bolts will deal physical damage and stacks every 3 auto attacks. After the stack is consumed, every auto attack after that will deal bonus armor penetration to that target, not true damage. Enemy champions with higher max HP than Vayne, silver bolts deals physical damage and stacks a 4-stack process. After that 4th auto attack is consumed, it will deal true damage, increasing every time it is consumed. So it goes from 4% all the way up to 11% if you are stacking these. What this basically means, after 4 auto attacks, it will then go into the next step of the silver bolts. Now after level 16, any enemy champions above 3000 max HP will be dealt true damage using the 4 passive stack system that she uses for champions with higher max HP than her. This is a way for Vayne to still be able to be the quote-unquote tank killer that she is, with also being able to be a little more vulnerable to champions with lower HP than her. This means that she's going to have to outplay them more with her mechanics and her stealth and all of her tools, rather than just being able to proc her passive and completely blowing up a squishy target. Now for the active portion of Vayne's ultimate, Vayne disappears into stealth for X amount of seconds, leaving behind a shadowed remnant of herself which can be used later on. Upon coming out of stealth, Vayne is granted bonus attack speed for that duration, as well as increased movement speed towards enemy champions, which can be stacked if multiple enemy champions are within radius, which will go from about 250 range to about 450 range. Vayne gains 30% reduced cooldown to her Q, plus 5% for every kill gained during the ultimate. Also, kills will grant 4 seconds of extension for her ultimate, and leave behind a shadowed remnant, which Vayne can reactivate her ultimate to blink to that shadowed remnant. If Vayne blinks to a shadowed remnant, the remnant will vanish, also increasing Vayne's ultimate by 3 to 6 seconds. As you can see, there's a lot that's going on in her ultimate. The idea behind this was to give her ultimate a huge feeling of her being able to be the hunter, not the hunted. And that is our rework of Vayne. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know, like I said, down in the comments if you guys like this, if you guys think it's too overpowered. Let me know what you guys would change or what you guys would do to rework Vayne. Let us know, subscribe, and as always, let us know what champions you would like to see us rework in the future, or that you would like us to start on first, because as you know, we are going to be doing every single champion in the game. So from me to you, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.